Hey guys, welcome back to Insomniac's Dream. Today's look is for this UV Neon Lightning inspired by Gabrielle Alexis. To base out the lightning bolt, I started with a white cream pencil. This is the Jumbo pencil from NYX. I wanted to start with the cream pencil, one, because it covers more area quickly, but two, because it'll make a bit of a tacky base that will be easier for the shadows to stick on later. But you can't really do super tiny detailed lines with this, so to do the offshoots on the lightning bolt, I did switch over to a water activated body paint on one of my tiny nail art brushes to create all the little extra veins that kind of come off the lightning bolt. For the blue surrounding the paint, I wanted to mix two colors, so I would get a little bit more of blue and teal. So towards the center of my face and along the high points, I used the light blue from Mehron, and then along the outside I was using Graftobian's Tropic Teal color. I found this gave me a nice kind of blend of having the more classic sky blue, but then having this green-based deeper blue along the outside. One thing I didn't do was bring the blue right to the edge of the white lightning bolt I'd already laid out. This was for two reasons. One, because I would be adding the yellow for the lightning bolt, and then also I knew I was going to be adding pink later on, so it didn't need to touch the edge. For the eye shape, I wanted to build up a really winged out, smoky blue eye. So to do this, I was using a palette from Makeup Revolution that's pretty much all blues, and just worked up from mid-tones to darker tones. I was using a bit of a fluffier crease blending brush to help kind of get those colors on there and then have them pull out softly into that V shape. And then for any area where I wanted to pack on color, I would use a bit of a stiffer brush and used a little bit of black right on that outer corner just to really deepen it. And then of course, for crazy dramatic eyeshadow, I needed crazy dramatic wings. So I did pull that out pretty far with my matte liquid liner and just lined my upper and lower waterline with black. The brows I lightly filled in with a dark blue eyeshadow. You could go for a color that matches your wig choice, mine being neon yellow, but I wanted darker brows rather than lighter for this one, so just go with what you're feeling. And then for the yellow I wanted in the lightning bolt, I started packing on an eyeshadow from SUVA Beauty called Electric Slide. This is probably the most neon eyeshadow yellow that I own, as well as it actually is UV activated. It doesn't glow nearly as much as a Hydra color or like a liquid product would, but it does actually glow under black light as well. And the reason I wanted to use shadow was so you get this really soft, diffused look to it to give that impression of a little bit of a glow to the lightning. And then I was able to go beside that with another SUVA shadow called Sangria Sundays, which again is meant to be kind of UV activated as well. Again, these are going to be very soft blacklight glows, but they do give a little bit of reflect in full blacklight. For this color, I was laying it down with a stiffer detail brush, that way I could get right up against the edge of the yellow. And I was also kind of blending it out into its own little veining shapes, just because I knew it would be soft, but add a little bit more texture and interest to the whole look. And then from here, it was honestly just building that shadow up and pulling it out across the entire lightning bolt. One thing to note, I have talked about it before, but it's always kind of good to maybe bring it up every once in a while, is that when you get to the neck and chest, you actually have thicker skin on the rest of your body than you do your face, and that does affect how certain products sit on it. So for instance, I think you can kind of see how on my face portion, that pink is sitting really strong and is kind of holding its own, whereas on the neck and chest, it's a lot softer and diffused. That's because it's not gripping as well to the skin on my neck and chest. And so a way to get around that is to either work with cream products or switch over to a liquid product like body paints. And that's actually why I ended up moving into the Hydra Liners. As you can see here, this is actually a SUVA Hydra Liner, which means it is activated by water as well. And I started using this so that you would actually start seeing the defined lines where I wanted the pink. And it has the bonus of it will glow much brighter under black light. And then down the center of the yellow sections, I did take the Hydra Liner in Dance Party, which is the neon yellow. The bonus to doing it this way and not just having done the entire lightning bolt in the Hydra Liner is two things. One, since I'm just going down the center of the shadow lines I'd already laid down, I'm gonna get that soft glow along the outside of them. And two, UV paints tend to actually crack quite a bit. They're intensely pigmented, which means they don't really blend or sit softly on the skin. And the second you layer them the slightest, they will dry down really hard and start cracking. So the less you can use of a UV product, the better effect you'll actually get. For the wig, I threw on my neon yellow wig. This is called Electric Banana from Powderrromd. It sadly does not glow under blacklight. I don't have any blacklight activated wigs, but it's still nice and vibrant for a lot of the photos. And then for the lips, I decided to keep them neutral. Well, neutral to my blue skin tone. So I was using a Macaron Lippie from NYX in Blue Velvet. I did also throw on a pair of lashes, and then that was it for my neon lightning look. I always like seeing how these look glow under different levels of the blacklight, whether it's just pure blacklight or having some of my studio lights on as well, seeing kind of how it picks up and reflects. But overall, this was a really fun, just freeing paint to do, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, big shout out to Gabrielle Alexis for being the inspiration. I will have a link to her socials and the inspiration image I am referring to down below. If you like this video, please leave a like. It apparently does make a huge difference, but if not, no worries. As always, just thank you so much for watching. I, of course, will see you next video. So until then, bye guys.